Got myself a big bucket of lead bits there. There are old tyre weights, and underneath there's some big slabs of lead as well. Got a few clamps and all that sort of thing going there. Got my little scrap pile that I'll remelt these. There's still a heap of good lead in that, but I like making sure that it's nice and clean. And just put the gas on, and we're out here where it's nice and ventilated, and we're going to melt this lead down and make ourselves some sinkers. I think sinkers and maybe some dive weights. I have got, if we just have a look here, I've got there to make some beach sinkers, so we might make a couple of those ones. Got a dive weight there, so I like to store my lead as dive weights and obviously use them for diving as well. I've got this big sinker mold there. This one here I got for my birthday. I actually haven't used it yet. It makes all the different sizes. And this one here, a little round sinker one, that's about the size that we normally use fishing at the lake, fishing for perch and that sort of thing. So we've got a little arrangement of stuff we're going to make, and we've had a few out, so let's see how it goes. Once you've got molten lead in the bottom of your pot or whatever you're using, don't use all of your lead and then start from scratch. Your lead will melt a lot quicker once you've got molten lead in the pot. So this will start going pretty quick now. It's going to be pretty dirty to start off with, but we can always clean it up, just scooping off the stuff off the top. That's starting to go now, and won't be long and we'll start to have a whole pot of molten lead there. I've got a few of these old tyre weights, and we'll put them over into here. Now we are going to have a bit of scrap come out of that because we've got the steel part there, then the lead's molded around it, and we'll just pick all those out as it starts to go. So it's starting to become liquid in there. At the bottom there you'll see it's starting to become liquid, and that won't take long now. And I'll just switch the gas off and finished up. So that's starting to dry off. There's a little bit of lead in the bottom of there. This is the scrap that we had. So you can see the pieces of metal there that comes from the tyre weights. If you're using tyre weights too, remember you're going to have there's going to be a smell of rubber burning because there's residual rubber. If you see this bit here, you can actually see that little black line there. That is little bits of rubber left on the tyre weights. Now, not all these weights are lead too. Actually, that one there isn't a lead one. That's a steel one. So, but yeah, there's a lot of these lead ones as well, which will obviously melt. The steel ones won't. So you can actually pick out the steel ones reasonably easy. See that into there? So that one, there's whatever that one's made of, but that's not lead either. But most of them are lead. Now, we've just made up a few sinkers there. I've put most of them away already, so we've got our different ones here. This one is actually stuck on the wire. I've got to get that off. So big sinkers, you can make all different sizes yourself. Very simple, from scrap lead to something usable. In there, we've got these ones here as well. That's star sinkers that we can use on the beach. I just twist up a little bit of stainless steel for the end of those, and I'm not going to touch that because that's hot. But that one is a dive weight, and I store all my dive weights so that I can store my lead. So give it a try, guys. Anyway, if you want to have a bash, it's pretty easy to do. Just got to make sure you're in a very well ventilated area. Use some PPE gear. I actually have gloves and all that here that I use when I'm doing it all, when I get into full swing, when I'm not filming. But yeah, so dive weight molds. The molds are expensive to get. Dive weight mold isn't mine. That's actually a friend of mine, John's. He lent me that one, and the number 3 round sinkers is John's as well. So thank you very much, John, for letting me use those ones. The star sinker's my one, the big multiples, and I've also got drop sinkers, snapper leads, and all that as well. So big arraignment. I know I needed a few of these before I start heading out west, so I started doing a couple, and the leftover lead I just turned into a couple of dive weights. So there you go. We've still got a heap to go, and hopefully my jig molds will arrive and I can start pouring some slow pitch jigs as well. So that'll be cool.